Hello everyone, I am from EME Technologies. Welcome to our channel. If you haven't subscribed our channel, then please subscribe it. And for more updates, for more videos, please hit the bell icon button. Thank you.
First, tell me about yourself.
Sir, my name is Kishan Kumar. Basically, I belong from Uttar Pradesh, but till my birth, I live in Chandigarh. And I done my graduation from first Group of Institutions, which is affiliated to Punjab Technical University. I took admission in mechanical stream, where I did two projects. One is on effect of residual stress on heat affected zone, and effect of mechanical vibration on welding. And I also like to sing songs like ragas, vagera, old songs.
Okay. So you said you have done a welding project. So
Yeah.
what kind of welding you have done in your project?
In our projects, we done MMA, manual metal arc welding.
Okay. What kind of welding it is, and what is vibration first?
Vibration is the motion. Vibration is we know as sinusoidal motion, which consists of frequency and wavelengths, etc.
Okay. So what kind of safety precaution we should follow during welding?
During welding, first we should take a face shield because the light is very harmful for our eyes, and also we should wear proper type of gloves because molten metal can easily harm our skin.
Okay. Which is your favorite subject in engineering?
In engineering, my favorite subject was industrial engineering.
Just engineering. Okay. Have you ever visited any industry?
Yeah, I visited JREW Engineering, Phase 7 Mohali, where I saw many type of operation, machining, welding, assembly, etc.
Okay. Have you seen any kind of CNC machine and other machines there?
Yeah, I saw many types of CNC machine like CNC lathe, HNC and VMC.
What is the full form of CNC?
CNC computerized numerical control.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is various types of machine. I considered about two machines, which is a turning machine, which is a lathe machine, and a milling machine. So what is the difference between both of them?
In the main difference between the job rotation and the tool rotation. In milling machine, our tool is rotating, and in lathe machine, our job is rotating.
Okay. What about the axis?
In lathe machine, basically there are two axes, x-axis and z-axis. But in CNC milling machine, there are three axes, all x and y, z, x, y.
Okay. So you said that you have done a project on a heat transfers. So first of all, tell me what is thermodynamics?
Thermodynamics is consisting of two words. First is thermo and second is dynamics. Thermo means heat and dynamics means flow or movement or transfer. Therefore, the branch which deals with the motion of our heat or flow of our heat from one body to another body is known as thermodynamics.
So how many types of heat transfer is occurred in the thermodynamics?
In thermodynamics, there are three types of first conduction, second convection, and third is radiation.
Right. So tell me something about heat transfer and how it is different from the thermodynamics.
In heat transfer, there is a heat transfer gradient, which means the heat we can calculate the measurement of heat transferring at a particular point at particular time. But in thermodynamics, there is not possible. That is not possible because in thermodynamics we only consider after the equilibrium position.
Okay. So do you like designing?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like designing on a software or a manually by hand?
I like designing on software because software is most maximum accurate and almost accurate to minimum tolerance.
Okay. So which software you like the most?
I like the most CNC.
Okay. CNC software.
Yeah.
So there is lots of software like AutoCAD and SolidWorks, CATIA, Creo.
Yes.
So from that software, which is your favorite one?
My favorite one is SolidWorks.
So what is the difference between AutoCAD and SolidWorks?
The main difference between them is the interface is very user friendly in SolidWorks, but in AutoCAD it is not possible to create any complex type of geometry very easily. But in SolidWorks we can create very easily.
Okay, so tell me something about the different functions and the different procedure used in the material like annealing. So first of all, tell me what is annealing?
Annealing is a process in which we heat the object or we heat our product up to recrystalline point and then cools it slowly, very slowly.
Okay. Will you know something about a term tempering?
Yes.
So what is the difference between this one annealing and the tempering?
Annealing is used to remove the internal stresses from the from our material, like we made a ring from a rectangular straight bar. Then after the bending, there are many internal stresses generated in the bar. The stress are removed by annealing process because we heat up to recrystalline and then cools it down very slowly. The crystal are arranged in their proper manner. But in tempering, we heat our material up to recrystalline temperature and then cools it very suddenly, and the cycle हम साइकिल को दोबारा करते हैं जिसकी वजह से उसकी डक्टिलिटी बढ़ जाती है और हार्डनेस बढ़ जाती है.
Right. So what do you know about the quenching?
क्वेंचिंग प्रोसेस, इसमें हम पहले हीट करते हैं रिक्रिस्टलाइन तक, देन उसको किसी ऑयल के थ्रू या किसी और सब्सटेंस के थ्रू उसको सडनली कूल कर देते हैं, जिसकी वजह से उसकी सरफेस काफी हार्ड हो जाती है. जैसे कभी हम तलवार वगैरह बनाते हैं, नाइफ वगैरह, उसमें क्वेंचिंग यूज करते हैं.
राइट, ठीक है. सो एक टर्म होती है, उसको फोर्जिंग कहते हैं. सो व्हाट डू यू नो अबाउट फोर्जिंग?
Forging is a process of changing shape of any material by hammering process.
Okay. So in the software section, in the CAD section, which is, so what is the full form of CAD?
CAD, computer aided design, means with the help of computer we pursue our designing process.
Right. So there is various projection we are using currently in the field of drawing. So there is two major. So first one is first angle projection and third angle projection. So basically, what is the difference?
In first angle projection, our front view is upside and top view is downside, and in third angle projection, the vice versa has happened. Top view is upside and front view is downside. And I saw in industry JRW engineering, where I also done my training, 6 months training. The maximum drawings are based on third angle projection.
Okay. So there is a term which is isometric drawing.
Yeah.
What is isometric drawing?
Isometric drawing basically 3D view of our product. Basically it forms from all type of view: top view, front view, bottom view, every type of view. And it contains every type of dimension which we need to draw.
Okay. What do you know about gears and gear drives?
Yeah. Gears are actually instruments, or we also say that we can also say that these are devices to transmit power from one shaft to another shaft with the proper ratio, which is also known as speed ratio or teeth ratio.
Right. Okay. What is the advantage of gear drives?
Gear drives, first advantage is they are operated in very high speed, high RPM, and also they are very useful to transmit power very near shaft.
Right. So during transmission, there is some kind of processes like stress. So firstly, tell me about something about stress.
Stress is the ratio of applying load upon area, and the units of stress is Newton per mm square.
Right. And what is strain?
Strain is a ratio of total elongation, or we say that the delta L upon L, and it is also dimensionless quantity.
Okay. So is the stress produce strain or strain produce stress?
Sometimes stress produce strain and sometimes strain produce stress. If we apply some load on an object, then there is stress which produces strain. And if we heat the object, then there is elongation, which means strain produces stress.
Okay. So tell me the three law of motion.
Yeah.
So tell me first.
First law of motion, in which if any object is placed at rest, it will always at rest if there is no external force acting on it. Similarly, if it is in uniform motion, then it will be always in uniform motion if there is no load acting on it. And second law of motion is rate of change in momentum is equal to directly proportional to force, or we can say that force is equal to mass into acceleration. And third law of motion, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, which means if I apply some force on any body, then the body also applies equal amount of force on me in opposite direction.
Right. So tell me about something that tell me about your plus point and negative points.
My plus point is my innovativeness and my creativeness, because sometimes I stuck into any problem, then I generate my alternatives and all on solutions by creativity. And my negative point is maximum time I got distracted by some other, like if I saw any innovativeness from other work, then I got distracted easily.
Okay. Okay, so thank you very much, Kishan.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Okay.